This video is a tribute to Diego Maradona. It is the quarterfinals of the World Cup in 1986, Argentina versus England. I was only 6 years old at the time, so I don't remember much about watching it live, but it is one of the most famous matches ever. Let's do this. There was a lot of hype going into this match because of the Falklands War, or Malvinas, in 1982, 4 years earlier. This was a war created by populism, I think, and Galtieri, the Argentinian leader, was struggling with the economy and decided to try to invade or claim back Malvinas for Argentina. But Margaret Thatcher, who was the Prime Minister of the UK at the time, defended it and also gained in popularity because the economy in the UK was struggling at that time too. So the leaders gained in popularity, but actually there was a number of casualties on both sides. There was a lot of propaganda, nationalism, patriotism, and Maradona had vowed to take revenge for Malvinas, and you could see in the national anthems the bad feeling from Maradona towards the English players. The match was played in the Azteca Stadium on a really poor pitch, but Maradona was involved straight away. And usually the only way to stop Maradona was to foul him.
Saca la pelota en dirección a Justi para Maradona. Maradona escapa por la derecha, la va a poner para Burruchaga. Siempre Maradona, dos entre dos, entre tres. Foul, el número 14 tiene tarjeta amarilla.
For England, Peter Beardsley, one of my favourite players when I was growing up, almost opened the scoring after a mistake by the Argentinian goalkeeper. He did his little shuffle just before he had his shot, but it hit the side netting.
Círculo central, coloca el remate al área, atropella Beardsley, sale Neri, Pumpiro, se cayó, se rebaló, la pelota le rebotó en la pierna, el arco libre, la tiene Beardsley, coloca al centro.
In the first half, it was fiercely contested and it was proving to be a tough match for both teams.
Con su rival, muy bien, sacándola para Enrique. Enrique hostigado, pero se la lleva en forma estupenda. Se viene contra el área, Enrique la juega para Valdano. Valdano la domina con el pecho, está Diego. Está Maradona en el área. Valdano se la quiere llevar, la domina, lo tiene atrás Enrique, siempre Valdano. Valdano se vuelca sobre la punta izquierda, la está marcando el número 3 Samson. Valdano que protege la pelota, retrocede siempre Valdano. Valdano de taco para Diego. La tiene Maradona, lo marcan 3 ingleses.
But Maradona's skill and close control was on another level, and he was starting to pull the strings.
Taco que lo picotea por la izquierda, la tiene Maradona, Burruchaga, Maradona que será, son 3 por el camino, va a ir Diego Armando Maradona, ahí va, tiró, ¡ay, la pelota que pasa, peritas a Felipe Ruggeri para Maradona que hace la pausa, que inteligente, viene hasta el círculo central, pica Valdano por el medio, Maradona con la pelota escapando a Jople, me gusta Burruchaga, siempre Maradona pegando, Diego, la tiene Maradona, todo puede ser, tiró.
There was a funny moment in the match when Maradona was taking a corner and he threw the corner flag to the floor. The flag came off it, but the linesman ordered him to put it back.
Giusti que va a picar el primer palo. A Maradona lo molesta el banderín del córner, lo retira fastidiado, en línea le está diciendo a Maradona que no, que de ninguna manera. Maradona viene, le dice, bueno, póngalo, a ver dónde, que pate el córner usted, a ver, yo con este palo no puedo. En línea lo mira como diciendo, pero sos el mejor del mundo, no me compliqué la vida, ¿cómo te voy a dejar tirar el córner sin el banderín? Maradona lo pone otra vez ahí en el agujerito y lo va a pegar de derecha, Maradona no, está enojado, toma una toalla, está colocando otra vez el banderín, se toma todo el trabajo, Maradona, el estadio sonríe, Maradona dice el árbitro, ¿y qué querés que haga? ¿A vos te parece que te estoy tomando el pelo? No, ahí le vamos a gritarlo. Viene el centro de Maradona.
It was a tight game and at half-time the score was still 0-0.
Se fue el carnicero Butcher arriba para buscar el cabezazo. La deja Samson para Jotle para Samson. Hay offside de Hodge. Hay offside, sí señor. Tiro libre para Argentina. 45 juez camina.
The second half started and Maradona was still dictating the play.
Maradona que se persigna y toca sobre la izquierda en dirección al banco la Articuchea. Se lo saca Batista para Maradona. Maradona que ataque con Valdano, siempre Maradona. Hace el enganche, puede cambiar para Burruchaga. Se va Maradona para
Then he scored one of the most controversial goals of all time. He went past 3 players and tried to play a 1-2.
La pelota va para Maradona, Maradona puede tocar para Enrique, siempre Maradona, es un drible, se va entre tres, siempre Diego, genial, genial.
The ball was kicked up in the air towards the goalkeeper, but Maradona was running and jumped and punched it into the net.
Genial, genial, tocó para Valdano, entró Maradona, para el coche, ¡gol! ¡Gol!
It was really clever. It was difficult to see it in real time, but the goalkeeper and the English defenders knew he had handballed it and were complaining to the referee. But the goal stood and Maradona was running away celebrating. Less than 5 minutes later, Maradona scored one of the best goals in World Cup history. He picked the ball up in his own half, turned and pirouetted past 2 English players.
Firme Cuchufo, saca la pelota Cuchufo, Cuchufo para Enrique, Enrique engancha, le va a tocar para Diego, ahí la tiene Maradona, lo marcan 2, pisa la pelota Maradona.
Peter Reid couldn't catch him and he skipped past 2 more English defenders.
Arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y deja el centro, va a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio, genio.
Now with only the keeper to beat, he put the keeper down, took it past the keeper and put it into the empty net.
Genio,
Probably the best World Cup goal of all time. Let's admire it again.
Firme Cuchufo, saca la pelota Cuchufo, Cuchufo para Enrique, Enrique engancha, le va a tocar para Diego, ahí la tiene Maradona, lo marcan 2, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y deja el centro, va a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio, genio, genio,
So now it was 2-0 and England tried to respond, but the Argentinian goalkeeper was playing well.
También está 4 el número 11, viene Joto, le pega al arco, ¡qué tiro, como el palo!
Eventually, John Barnes, another one of my favourite players, came on as a substitute and he set up a goal for Gary Lineker.
Los goles ahora hay que defender, ¿no le parece? Estamos todos de acuerdo, ¿no? Bien. Barnes se lleva la pelota hasta la rueda del fondo, se cayó Pompido, gol. Gol de Lineker. Se rebaló Pompido, pero ¿cómo puede ser? Lineker entró a cabecear en el segundo palo.
So Gary Lineker, who was the leading goal scorer in the tournament, well, he scored to make it 2-1 and there were still 10 minutes to go. But Maradona was still on the pitch and he was still creating chances and causing problems for England.
Maradona la ponga abajo de la suela, ahí la está haciendo de 4-3 por el camino, qué maravilla, se va Diego, la tocó al medio para Tapia, Tapia para Maradona, Maradona para Tapia, enganchó otra vez, le pegó a la derecha.
England were now getting desperate and Argentina were wasting time counting down the clock.
Pide Valdano, vino para Maradona, gran enganche entre 3. Lo de Maradona hoy no tiene nombre, no hay elogio que le quepa, jugador del mundo. Ya no nadie lo puede dudar. La pelota viene para Maradona. Ahí está Maradona girando entre 3. Pisa la pelota, la muestra, la saca.
But there was one more big chance for England when John Barnes put in another great cross.
Qué lástima de lo que podía ser el tercer gol. Estamos sufriendo por la posibilidad del empate inglés. Ataca Barne, viene el centro. En la boca del arco, Lineker. Lineker estuvo a punto de anotar el empate. No hay derecho, ¿cómo puede ser?
Somehow Lineker didn't score and Argentina held on.
Se hace lateral, terminó. Ganó Argentina. Ganó Argentina echado. Y quiero abrazarme con Ricardo Sciusti. Y quiero ir y levantarlo en andas a Maradona.
An incredible football match and one of Maradona's most iconic and inspiring performances. He had many in his career. The news of Maradona's passing is a really sad moment for football fans all around the world. The football genius with the hand of God is now in the hands of God and his parents. They probably still can't get the ball off him. Rest in peace, Maradona. Thank you for the memories.